Good evening, everybody. Welcome. This meeting is being held in accordance with the public laws of 1975, Chapter 231. An adequate notice of this meeting has been provided by a notice sent to the Asbury Park Press, Two River Times, and the Star Ledger, and posted in the main lobby of the municipal building and on the municipal website. OPMA authorizes municipalities to conduct public meetings through use of streaming services and other online meeting platforms. The Red Bank Council is meeting in person, as well as providing an option for the public to participate via Zoom video meetings. Please note that the option to attend is being provided as a courtesy. Therefore, if Zoom becomes unavailable during the meeting and cannot quickly be fixed, council will continue with the remainder of the meeting. For those joining us via Zoom, please raise your hand during designated times to be recognized for a comment. Whether you are appearing in person or via Zoom, you must provide your name and be recognized. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please, Mary.
Council Member Bonatakis.
Here.
Council Member Cassidy.
Present.
Council Member Facey Blackwood. Here. Council Member Forrest.
Present.
Council Member Janone, I believe she's on Zoom.
I'm here. I'm on Zoom. Can you hear me?
Yes. Oh, yeah. Thank you. Deputy Mayor Trigiano.
Here.
And Mayor Portman.
Present. Thank you. I'd like to welcome Mary to the dais here. It's her first meeting as our new clerk. So. All right, we got to give props to some champions. I am going to read this proclamation for all of you guys. We're recognizing the St. James Royals 14 and under National Pop Warner Super Bowl champions.
Wow.
Amazing. All right, here we go. Whereas on December 6, 2023, the St. James Royals youth football program was founded by Coach Michael Lang in Red Bank, New Jersey. The inaugural season was to begin late July 2024 with Frank Sinatra Jr. being named the program's director of football operations and played under the Pop Warner organizational umbrella. Whereas the 14th U St. James Royals found success at every level of play during their inaugural season against some of the best youth football teams in the country. The 14U St. James Royals began their season on August 17th, 2024 in a cross-organization Week 0 game against the defending AYF Shore champions from Toms River. Royals were victorious 18-16 when the final whistle blew. Whereas the 14U St. James Royals were crowned the Pop Warner Jersey Shore Conference and New Jersey State champion after closing out the regular season 7-2 on October 27, 2024, and advanced to the Eastern Regional Pool Play. Whereas on November 9th, 2024, the 14U St. James Royals were crowned the Pop Warner Eastern Regional Conference champions after a 33-6 thrashing. It says victory, but that was a thrashing over the Derby Marnocks of Pennsylvania. This win punched the ticket for the Royals to make their voyage to Florida for the national tournament. Whereas on December 7th, 2024, the 14U St. James Royals youth football team faced off against the Churchland Tigers from Virginia in the quarterfinals and were victorious 26-0. The quarterfinal victory set up a December 10th to 2024 face-off with the Santa Margarita Cowboys of California. The Royals were 19-0 winners and punched their ticket to the national final where they would face off against another team from the West Coast. Pull up some inspirational music real quick. Whereas on December 13th, 2024, the 14U St. James Royals were crowned the Pop Warner National Champions after a 19-6 victory over the previously undefeated Coyote Creek Wildcats. Not a bad end to the first year of the program's existence. Therefore, I, William Portman, Mayor of the Borough of Red Bank, on behalf of the council and proud community, do hereby recognize the St. James Royals 14U football team as the 2024 Pop Warner National Champions. Congratulations.
And everybody, let's sing. We are the champions, my friend. That's me. Hold on, we have an individual, certificate of excellence, so I'm gonna come down there and call you up one at a time. So cool. Listen, at any level, I played competitive sport until I was 50. At any level, to win a championship, let alone a national championship, is really astounding. So it's a testament, not just that you won or your skill, but the hard work you guys must have put in. So kudos. Good one. Joseph Williams. Joseph here.
Your brother.
Oh, make him do it for his brother. Yeah.
Guys, when you come up, just stay up here standing. Stay up here. Stay.
Pick.
Next up, we got Evan Fiasby.
You don't have to stay there if you wait to get it for brother. You're not on the team. I understood what happened. Don't worry. I got you. That's what I'm here.
Xander Pelzer.
And it's gonna. Mhm.
Joseph McQuillan. Edward Magenheimer the fourth. Jason Koch. Gabriel Kemp. Kristen Kane. Jazzy Johnson, get that right? Jazzy Johnson? What's that?
Not here.
Here.
Deshaun Jackson. All right, remember our basketball. All right. Luciano Antonio. Christopher Gorley Jr. Trevor Evans. Chase Ellis. Carlos Ibeller. Ibeller?
Nope.
There. I couldn't tell if you were saying no, you pronounced it wrong. Benjamin Dykstra. Theodore Dodds. Matthew Semilewski. No.
That. I thought for him.
Jake Sipop. Ian Boyle. Gavin Barber. Sipot.
He's mixing up his proclamations.
Frankie Williams. Johnny Williams.
Got 3 Williams boys?
Frankie Sinatra. Frank Sinatra Jr.
Ryan Shore. Ambrose Richards. Mascara. Michael Lang. Get a clap there, Michael. Robert Koch. John Sipa.
So we're clear, some of these guys are coaches, they're not 14-year-old.
And Thomas Egan. One more time, guys.
No.
What's that?
You want your photo? If this is.
You only get one shot. You only get one shot at it. Let's everyone, can I have everyone come up with a photo?
Just indulge him.
There was one where he said a name and it wasn't, it was, and they said, got somebody on. the team.
Sure.
And then.
In the back. You guys are definitely gonna have to kneel down. Just trying to make that clear. Well, it's just the general knows they are.
Yeah, Modi got taking a picture. Should I do it?
Tony's acclamation.
Oh, thank you so much.
Wow. Squeeze in, Don't want it for the memories.
Yeah.
Oh, bend down.
Guys grew a little bit.
Billy, they're all in middle school and they're making you look small. You have to ask. But I happily share, but you have to ask politely. I don't give them the brass.
Thank you.
We gotta do the, it's next. Yeah, it's every other.
Thank you to all the parents and the coaches.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Brass.
No, the rules are you guys have to stay for the whole meeting. No one told you that part? I'm sorry.
Help himself.
We have more amazing people to recognize as well, too.
Like a wedding, like the bride of the groom.
Just like that.
So just for your information, every other year, the New Jersey Department of Education recognizes outstanding educators throughout the state with the Exemplary Elementary Educator Award. Through a rigorous selection process, the program identifies educators who are valued by their school and community and have exhibited strong knowledge and skills, an inspiring presence, and a clear vision for quality teaching and learning. We are fortunate to be the home of 16 Exemplary Educator Award winners here in Red Bank since 2016.
Oh, wow.
We've got five more to honor tonight, so let's get to it. Honoring the 2024 Exemplary Elementary Educator for the Red Bank Middle School. Whereas Christina Grimaldi is a grade 4 teacher at Red Bank Middle School, and whereas Ms. Grimaldi sets a high standard for excellence in the field of education, inspiring her peers and shaping the future of their profession, and she epitomizes exceptional educational talent through her exemplary instructional practices and the outstanding results she achieves in her classroom and school. And whereas through her collaborative spirit and commitment to mentorship, Ms. Grimaldi has forged positive relationships with her colleagues, embodying the principles of teamwork and mutual support. And whereas Ms. Grimaldi's leadership shines through her involvement in various committees and initiatives, from organizing back to school night presentations and field trips to spearheading fundraisers like Treats for Troops and volunteering for events such as Rocket Fest. And whereas Ms. Grimaldi's engaging and inspiring presence leaves a profound impact on students, colleagues, and the wider community, driving higher levels of performance among her students, and through her commitment to differentiated instruction tailored to individual student needs, she ensures that every student receives the support and resources necessary to excel academically. And whereas with her dedication to student-centered teaching, ongoing assessment, and collaborative teamwork, Ms. Grimaldi not only motivates and inspires her students, but also empowers them to perform at their highest levels. Therefore, I, William Portman, Mayor of the Borough of Red Bank, on behalf of the council and a proud community, do hereby recognize Christina Grimaldi as the 2024 Exemplary Elementary Educator for the Red Bank Middle School and commend her for her outstanding achievements, leadership, and dedication. We wish her all the best in her future endeavors and have no doubt that she will continue to make us proud. Congratulations, Christina.
That's fine. So Mayor,
Yes.
Grimaldi was actually one of my son's teachers, and I told him that we were honoring her tonight. I said, is there anything you want me to say? And he said, yes, tell her she is a great teacher, exclamation point. And if anybody knows Otto, that's really from the heart. I will, but yeah, I'm full of so much gratitude for you and everybody at the school, but thank you so much. You make my life easier and better, and it's wonderful, so thank you.
Yay.
All right, next up, whereas every other year, the New Jersey Department of Education recognizes outstanding educators throughout the state with the Exemplary Elementary Educator Award. Through a rigorous selection process, the program identifies educators who are valued by their school and community and have exhibited strong knowledge and skills, an inspiring presence, and a clear vision for quality teaching and learning. And whereas currently an English as a second language teacher, Mrs. Beth Moran has served our community in multiple teaching roles during her 30+ years with the district. And she is creative, patient, and willing to go the extra mile to ensure that all of her students are meaningfully engaged and happy. And whereas Mrs. Moran has inspired her students of varying abilities and backgrounds, and she possesses a level of dedication and eagerness consistent with the characteristics you would expect from an exemplary educator. And whereas Mrs. Moran has made impressive connections and built positive relationships with her students, so each child is motivated to work beyond their potential, and she is their biggest advocate and cheerleader. And whereas Mrs. Moran is also the consummate professional, serving as a mentor for new teachers and cooperating teacher for student teachers, and has been an active presence in the school community for many years through her attendance at events and her work with the PTO. And whereas affectionately known as Cotton Candy Lady, Mrs. Moran is present at every PTO event, working many hours in advance with her colleagues to prepare, and she has also served on the local education association for many years, including the Pride Chair to support family engagement with the school community. And whereas Mrs. Moran has proven repeatedly that she is a true teacher leader who can successfully take on and lead any initiative she sets her mind to. Therefore, I, William Portman, Mayor of the Borough of Red Bank, on behalf of the council and a proud community, do hereby recognize Beth Moran as the 2024 Exemplary Elementary Educator for the Red Bank Primary School and commend her for her outstanding achievements, leadership, and dedication. We wish her all the best in her future endeavors and have no doubt that she will continue to make us proud. Congratulations, Beth.
Yes, so much.
Done this before, it's about.
Taking picture. Back momentarily.
Yeah, so sorry.
I'll read it.
Put that on. Hold on.
All right. Next up is an award for Mrs. Paula Collins. Every other year, the New Jersey Department of Education, whereas every other year, the New Jersey Department of Education recognizes outstanding educators throughout the state with the Exemplary Elementary Educator Award. Through a rigorous selection process, the program identifies educators who are valued by their school and community and have exhibited strong knowledge and skills and inspiring presence and a clear vision for quality teaching and learning. And whereas Mrs. Collins has over 16 years of experience in the district, and in that time has provided students and staff with memorable events and has dedicated much of her time building lasting relationships. And whereas Mrs. Collins' ability to build close, meaningful relationships with every student is a testament to her commitment to fostering connections that drive her instruction, and she takes the time to understand each student's interests and meets them at their level, ensuring they feel valued and supported. And whereas outside of the classroom, Mrs. Collins has been a driving force behind the Red Bank Primary School PTO. And from Halloween to Winter Festival to International Night, she works tirelessly to ensure the planning and execution of these events. And whereas through Kids Care Club, Mrs. Collins teaches valuable life skills which encourage volunteerism and leadership among her students. Therefore, I, William Portman, Mayor of the Borough of Red Bank, on behalf of the council and a proud community, to hereby recognize Paula Collins as the 2024 Educational Service Professional for the Red Bank Borough Public School District and commend her for her outstanding achievements, leadership, and dedication. We wish her all the best in her future endeavors and have no doubt she will continue to make us proud. Congratulations, Paula.
Jack.
All right, two more. Whereas Nikki Cummins is the 2024 Governor's Educator of the Year recipient for Red Bank Primary School. And whereas Mrs. Cummins has a superior ability to inspire students of all backgrounds and abilities to learn, and she actively works to create an inclusive and engaging classroom where all students feel comfortable to explore and share their ideas with others. And whereas Mrs. Cummins uses a variety of teaching strategies to ensure that all students, regardless of their learning style or background, have the ability to engage in the material presented to them. And whereas Mrs. Cummins also plays an active and impactful role in the community and school and currently serves as the Dream Team Chairperson, is involved in curriculum development and routinely hosts novice teachers. And as a result, her contributions to our school district and community exceed well beyond the walls of her classroom. Therefore, I, William Portman, Mayor of the Borough of Red Bank, on behalf of the council and a proud community, to hereby recognize Nikki Cummins as the 2024 Governor's Educator of the Year recipient for the Red Bank Primary School and commend her for her outstanding achievements, leadership, and dedication. We wish her all the best in her future endeavors and have no doubt that she will continue to make us proud. Congratulations, Nikki.
Yeah.
Maybe out of your eyes. Good.
Thank you.
Okay. And last but not least, whereas Samantha Aruz is the 2024 Governor's Educator of the Year recipient for Red Bank Middle School. And whereas Mrs. Aruz has a deep knowledge of curriculum development, pedagogy, and is exceptionally skilled at designing lessons that differentiate to meet the needs of all learners. And whereas Mrs. Aruz engages students in dynamic ways, utilizing technology, hands-on activities, or project-based learning while implementing new teaching methods to promote critical thinking and problem solving. And she brings joy and inspiration to her students as they are excited about coming to school and enthusiastic about learning new concepts. Whereas Mrs. Aruz is not only a leader in her classroom, but in creating a positive culture among staff, as she is the co-chair of the Sunshine Committee, an active member of the district's Education Association, and the friendly voice you hear during afternoon bus announcements. Therefore, I, William Portman, Mayor of the Borough of Red Bank, on behalf of the council and a proud community, to hereby recognize Samantha Aruz as the 2024 Governor's Educator of the Year recipient for Red Bank Middle School and commend her for her outstanding achievements, leadership, and dedication. We wish her all the best in her future endeavors and have no doubt that she will continue to make us proud. Congratulations, Samantha.
Mr. Mayor, do you mind if I say something?
Go ahead.
I just want to thank all of you for my wonderful experience in the public schools as a parent. My two children are thriving, thanks in large part to your important work. Paula was my neighbor for a long time, and I know you made things happen in that school. I remember, I was there, and I still go to those international nights.
Yes, that's a great event.
So, and I want to thank the Board of Education. It was such an honor serving with all of you for 19 years. And it is so grateful that we have such great public schools in Red Bank. I walk by there and, you know, what you do is vital work and challenging on many levels, providing not just education, but support to the families and support to our children in times that are challenging. And I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you. You're welcome to stay, but I'm happy to take a moment and let you sneak out.
They want a group photo with the mayor. Whatever you want, Jared.
I'm gonna come on down. Education league.
Here for this one, Jared?
Yes.
I see you everywhere.
Billy.
I know.
Yeah, I want to.
Don't let. Hey, Principal Pearson, we see you in the back. Come on in too. You got Principal Pearson here. We have everyone. And the vice principal. They should all come up.
Jared. You're gonna get in that picture, Jared. Come on, what are you doing? Yeah. Everybody look at Jim Dan.
All right.
18th, here you go, here you go, here you go. Wait, more. Hold on, here you go.
I have bad headaches sometimes.
Hands up, 18th. One more. Nice.
Thank you.
Thank you for everything. Everything.
I'll see you when you bring the fire.
Of course.
Amen.
Amen.
I guess.
Reading 37 regulations.
Today?
They went early, but then.
As we know, just glad I was validated when I tell people that I'm gonna stay. Thanks, Greg. Making sure with you, brother.
While our friends and colleagues are funneling out, I just want to there's no presentation, but I just want to acknowledge that we've added two new members to our Parks and Rec department. We have two new Parks and Rec appointments. First is Dana Farley, who's coming on as a regular member for a 3-year term. And we also have Joe Simon as alternate 2 member to an unexpired 2-year term. Are they here by any chance?
No, no, they couldn't make it. It was
Okay.
short notice.
All right, do we have,
Yes.
Jim on this one? We have a presentation on, or a public hearing actually on Jake's Law. In fact, since it's a public hearing, can I have a motion to open the public hearing on this issue?
So moved.
Can I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right.
And Mayor, if you just want me to give a brief overview of, why we're here and why we're discussing this tonight. Jake's Law is a program that was introduced in 2018 for counties. And then in 2024 was open to municipalities to apply for completely inclusive playgrounds. And there's that emphasis on the word completely. So there is funding in place for municipalities to apply for a Jake's Law grant. And obviously in the process of looking at Marine Park and the playground area specifically, this is, we thought a great opportunity for us to, number one, consider how we make this playground completely inclusive under the ADA standards. And then also, number two, the ability to apply for funding in order to do so. So for municipalities, the amount that you can apply for is anywhere from $500,000 to $750,000. So with this playground, we'll obviously be putting in and asking for the full amount. Hopefully, they'll be able to fund all the projects, all the grants that municipalities and counties are going for Jake's Law for this year. 2025 is actually the last year of the pilot funding for Jake's Law. So it's obviously a good time for us to strike here. What we're up against right now is a deadline too. So that grant deadline is actually February 5th in the next, week and a half or so. We obviously have much of the back end work done, as far as administratively, but there are the important process. And a lot of municipalities right now are going through this process around our same timeline with the public hearing, public outreach. We put it out on social media. We created a landing page on our website that explains Jake's Law, the Jake's Law Playground Plan, a couple renderings from Compan, who is with us tonight as well, along with CME, our borough engineer. Compan is the playground architect that we've been working with through this process through the Marine Park Ad Hoc Committee. So we've done that outreach there. We also created a survey link for residents to fill out through Jake's Law to provide some feedback and thoughts. We did receive a handful, I'd say a little bit more than a handful, but under 30 people that got back to us on surveys, but still, obviously, a lot of it was positive and supportive of a fully inclusive playground. So with that, I do want to open, you guys, you could pass a motion to open the hearing, but that's the background of the Jake's Law program.
We don't have.
And we do, like I said, we do have CME and Compan here to help us answer any questions that may come up.
Is the public hearing like comments on this, is what you're saying?
Correct.
So anybody that wants to make a comment on anything that they saw, this is the time that you get to do that. You make a motion.
I think we were open.
Public comment?
Oh, yeah, that's right. You made eye contact. You're never supposed to do that.
Either one. There you go.
Good mics.
Yeah, do it. Definitely stay that
You can
close.
stand, you can sit, you can do whatever you
There's
want.
a
You can-
chair right next to you.
Yeah, she's okay.
Ryan Fermente Lopez. I live in Avenue. I've been here for 20 years. 20 years old. My name is Hermione. I lived on this Ave 20 years. Like I said, 20 years old. All my life, and I think this is such a great idea. Sorry. It's very near and dear to my heart. Me, my brother and I, a lot of people that I know, we endearingly call it fishing park, fish park, because of the massive fish that's there. But I'm so glad that there will be changes made so that other kids, this generation can also appreciate it just as much as me and my brother did and make the same memories there. So thank you guys, and I'm really glad the council is doing this. I know you guys care a lot about the public, and I hope to see more projects like this.
Thank you.
Thanks, Emily.
Visiting.
Yes, Barbara.
$35 grand chapter. I'm gonna be a wishy teacher. I taught elementary and primary school for 40 years. There's nothing that breaks your heart more than seeing a kid standing in the corner of a playground because there's nothing that he can ride, nothing he can play with. Do whatever you can, spend as much money as you can, and do it right. Please, these kids deserve it. It breaks my heart. I say, I taught special ed, I taught regular ed, and there's always somebody who can't do because of the playgrounds. Don't let that happen.
Well said,
Steve,
Barbara.
get your wife a tissue, for God's sakes. All right, you got it. Thank you, Barbara.
Thank you.
Anyone else have any comments? Anyone online, Jim? Oh, here it comes.
Hi, everyone. My name is Julie. I live on 234 Dr. James Parker Boulevard. I also sit on the Parks and Rec Committee. And I just want to say a big thank you to the council and our manager and everyone else who has gone forward with this project. I'm very excited to see the end result and for everyone to be included and just for everyone to enjoy this park overall. So thank you.
Thank you.
And Mayor, I just also wanted to mention too that, and Barbara, to your point, one of the, when we started looking at elements of the park, this started becoming a very important aspect of it. You'll see online, one of the elements of the park is a pirate ship that is actually built into one of the berms that exists, so that when you come onto the landing of the pirate ship, you can actually come on with a wheelchair and access that pirate ship and be a part of the play there. There's also areas underneath the tower slide for access into that as well by wheelchair. And there's going to be swings that are involved in that process too.
And I fought for this in part on Locust Avenue. Make sure there are portholes that are wheelchair height in this pirate ship.
John, do we have that? The portholes in the pirate ship?
It will be the whole bottom of the ship will be accessible through a wheelchair as well as the top of the ship. So they'll be able to get in and out.
Great.
Bellhaven. Bellhaven down there. But they just did not have these kids couldn't see it. They would get on this bridge and they were able to see the water. They were just curious.
Thanks, Barbara. And I know one of the parts of outreach, aside from the social media, the website landing, the survey link, we met with the Parks and Rec Committee as well. Went over with John and from Compan and Mike from CME, along with the Parks and Rec Committee, got some feedback from them. But again, a lot of it was very positive from Parks and Rec. Just before tonight's meeting, we also sat and met with members of the Shade Tree Commission to discuss a couple different areas of the park and show them some of the landscape plan, which we're still rolling out, and that's still kind of in the conceptual phase. But we'll make sure that we bring those groups in on the ground floor when it comes to the landscaping and the areas around the playground as well. And the overall park in total. But again, tonight, I know that we're just here talking about the Jake's Law portion of it, which is specific to just the playground portion of Green Park. Anybody online?
No, you said nobody online?
I just was given an opportunity to hit the raise the hand if anybody wanted to, but.
No, anyone else have any comments or questions?
John or Mike, do you guys want to add anything? If you do, if you want to come up? If. Again, John Marshall is with Compan, our playground architect, and Mike is from CME, our borough engineer.
Awesome, thank you. Thanks everybody for having me. I'll make myself available until the end of the meeting as well, if anybody just wants to see some of the renderings. The renderings are on the web posting. But really the idea of Jake's Law is to make things way more inclusive than just ADA requirement. ADA is a law. The state of New Jersey really is leading the way in the country to try to make sure every community has a playground that can service all abilities. I think that's so important for everybody to know about this grant. The state of New Jersey is handing out a lot of money based on these requirements that were, they came up with their own requirements to make sure every community in New Jersey has the opportunity to have everyone of all abilities play at the same pieces of equipment. Compan is a manufacturer of equipment, and we were, thrilled to be involved with this kind of stuff. We're working on many Jake's Law programs, but this, I think it's an honor for anybody to be selected, especially Red Bank, to build something that's thrilling, that's going to have staying power for the community, but it's also going to service everyone in the community from 2 to 12 years old. It'll be a very exciting place for kids, and I think it's going to draw. It'll draw people from all towns to this town. Talk about different ideas of who's going to do commerce and all that kind of stuff, but it truly is going to be a sight to see that's going to service this community, but a lot of other communities. So, proud to be a part of it, and hopefully, if there's any questions or anything.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Anyone else have anything to add? Council, you guys got any?
I'd like to make a comment. Actually, just in response to Martin Bowis's remarks, I served on the ad hoc council committee, and I want you to know that when you say we should think about the long term, and I can't speak for the whole committee, but my impression is that we are making the investment here with that in mind, that this is a park, the concept here in the playground for generations. Not buying cheapo stuff here that's going to look terrible in 5 years. Hopefully it'll last a long time, and we're going to very high quality vendors. So I just wanted to add that, Mayor.
That's perfect, Councilman.
Appreciate it. Thanks, Bethany.
Mayor, may I say something?
Yes.
I also want to add that I'm looking forward to this park coming to fruition, but I also like the fact that Compan is using sustainable methods in addition to using a lot of recyclable materials. And I want to make a special note that the engineers, CME, they are planting a significant, I want to say almost 4 to 5 times more trees that we have there now, in addition to shrubs. So, you figure in a few years' time, this will actually be a beautiful place by the water for everyone to enjoy. So thank you for your hard work, guys.
I just want to voice my support for what we're doing here. My son grew up going to Doorbrook Park, and that's a challenger park. And one of the beautiful things about that park is, first and foremost, as a dad, when he was little, I could get on the equipment with him and it was safe and there was room for the kids to run around us. And then secondarily, my son could go and play with kids who were differently abled. And you would see from all the towns around kids coming to this park. Well, now Red Bank can be that destination. And not only for our residents, but for our businesses and for our broader community, and to getting to know our neighbors. And we're going to have a Navesink River view, and we're going to have a park similarly situated where kids No matter who you are, there'll be a place for you to play in our town. And I just can't be any prouder of the vision that has gone into this, because you know what? I don't want to drive 25 minutes to Doorbrook. I want to walk a half a mile down to the river of our beautiful town. And I can't wait for folks to be driving 25 minutes because I can say we were a part of this.
Amen.
Thank you.
Good seeing you. So I've been a part of these conversations about Marine Park and that playground from the get, and the stakeholder meetings, as well as many other people on this dais. First off, I just want to thank CME because I've kind of been just a broken record for years saying, I want beautiful playground equipment. I want it to be sustainable. I want it to be aesthetically pleasing. I want adults to like to look at it too. I want. And when they brought Compan forward, it's just been fantastic. I mean, 95% recyclable plastic materials, you know, sustainable Robania wood, telling me you've had equipment that's sustained Cat 5 hurricanes. I mean, it's just phenomenal. I mean, this Compan has built the playgrounds at the Children's Hospital Philadelphia. You can check out their other, I think you guys have the science playground, the Big Whale. Is that in Brooklyn? There's a million. They're international. They're all gorgeous, but I'm just trying to give a couple examples just to display the caliber of the work that they do. I mean, we're gonna have a 40-foot zip line. Who doesn't want a 40-foot zip line? You know, I just, as a mom and, you know, as like so many people, you know, who have raised their kids here, it's just, this is gonna be truly a dream, an absolute dream come true. And I just know that it's just gonna be, it's gonna be incredible. So, I mean, it's just been a wonderful team. Thank you for moving so quickly. I mean, we had 2 or 3 committee meetings with Compan and the engineer, and we've gotten to this point. And I think that really is a testament to this governing body and the speed that we're able to accomplish things and so cleanly. So thank you so much for your wonderful partnership. And, you know, I look forward to seeing it through. Thanks.
Anyone else? All right, can I have a motion to close the public hearing?
I'll make such a motion.
Have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, next up is our public comments on agenda items only. Can I have a motion to open the floor for public comment on agenda items only?
Sure, I'll make such a motion.
I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, anyone has any questions on any of the agenda items? Now is the time to speak. Let me know, Jim, if anyone online has a question. No?
This one here.
Hello, Doug.
Good evening. My name is Doug Eagles. I'm here on behalf of the Boys and Girls Clubs at 138 Dr. James Parker Boulevard. I know you guys are going to be picking up later in the agenda tonight an ordinance related to the lease for the facility there. And I just want to thank you all for the opportunity that you've given us as an organization to partner with you to serve the kids and the families that utilize our services. It's an honor for us to day in and day out be able to do the best that we can to provide a safe, inclusive environment that really focuses on equipping these young people to thrive and succeed in life. It's a long game for us. You know, it's not a day in. You know, change doesn't occur with the kids and the lives of the kids that we're working with. You know, with an hour here and an hour there. It's a day in and day out, month after month, year after year. And we would not be able to do that. We would not have been able to do that in the past, and we won't be able to do that in the future without a partnership with all of you. So thank you so much for thoughtfully considering who we are as an organization and the value that we bring to this community.
Doug, by the way, Kai was over the other day, but so one of the Boys and Girl Clubs volunteers or employees.
Club kid, youth of the year.
Yeah, she was a club kid and then became a counselor. Is friends with my son, and she was over the other day, and I was asking her. She said that was like the first place she went when she got home from school. She went over there to check in, you know. So I've seen firsthand how it clearly changed her life for the better. So good work.
Thank you.
All right. Anyone else have any comments or agenda items only?
Yes, sir.
No? Okay, then can I have a motion to close the floor, public comments on agenda items only?
So moved?
Have a second?
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right. Next up, can I have a motion to approve the minutes from 1/9/2025?
So moved,
Can I
Mayor.
have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right.
Hey, Laura.
I forgot you were there, Laura. Are you on a beach right now sipping a Mai Tai as you do this Zoom call?
Actually, it was raining here today.
Good. It kind of makes me happy but sad. You think about it?
Be nice to Laura.
All right, I'm sorry.
On.
Okay, next up, we have a public hearing and adoption for 2025-01, a handicap parking space on West Bergen Place. Can I have a motion to open the public hearing on this ordinance only?
I'll make that motion.
Have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone have any comments on the handicap parking space on West Bergen Place? No? Anyone online, Jim?
Yes, sir.
Okay, can I have a motion to close the public hearing on this ordinance?
So moved.
Can I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Can I have a motion to adopt 2025-01?
So moved.
Can I have a second?
Second.
Roll call, please.
Councilmember Bonatakis,
Yes.
Councilmember Cassidy,
Yes.
Councilmember Facey Blackwood,
Yes.
Councilmember Forrest,
Yes.
Councilmember Janone,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Trigiano,
Yes.
and Mayor Portman.
Yes.
Thank you.
Can we just give Mary props on pronouncing Bonatakis right from the get-go, Christina?
That one always made me nervous too.
Yes.
Okay, next up, we have an introduction 2025-02 ordinance to update the Affordable Housing, Water and Sewer, Chapter 695. Can I have a motion to approve on introduction?
So moved.
Can I have a second?
Second.
Roll call, please.
Councilmember Bonatakis,
Yes.
Councilmember Cassidy,
Yes.
Councilmember Facey Blackwood,
Yes.
Councilmember Forrest,
Yes.
Councilmember Janone,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Trigiano,
Yes.
and Mayor Portman.
Yes.
Thank you.
Public hearing will be held on February 13th, 2025 for this ordinance. And next up is an introduction to 2025-03, the ordinance approving the Boys and Girls Club lease agreement. Can I have a motion to approve this ordinance on introduction?
I'll make such a motion.
I have a second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Actually, I'm sorry, no,
Aye.
we gotta roll call that. Sorry. I got a little excited.
Councilmember Bonatakis,
Yes.
Councilmember Cassidy,
Yes.
Councilmember Facey Blackwood,
Yes.
Councilmember Forrest,
Yes.
Councilmember Janone,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Trigiano,
Yes.
and Mayor Portman.
Yes. Public hearing will be held on February 13th, 2025 for this ordinance. We have several items on the resolutions agenda. Do we want to
First.
approve these on the consent agenda, or does anybody have to pull anything out here that they want to focus on? No?
No objections, Mayor.
Okay, so then can I have a motion to approve resolutions 25-22 through 25-28 on the consent agenda?
So moved.
Can I have a second?
Second.
Roll call, please.
Councilmember Bonatakis,
Yes.
Councilmember Cassidy,
Yes.
Councilmember Facey Blackwood,
Yes.
Councilmember Forrest,
Yes.
Councilmember Janone,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Trigiano,
Yes.
and Mayor Portman.
Yes,
Thank you.
thank you. Next up, can I have a motion to open the floor for public questions and comments on any topic?
I'll make such a motion, Mr.
Can
Mayor.
I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Any comments from the public? No, anyone online, Jim?
No, sir.
All right, then can I have a motion to close the public comment?
Sure, I'll make such a motion.
Can I have a second?
Second.
Second.
Favor?
Aye.
All right, Christina, you got anything? You want to go over this one?
Well, first, I want to again welcome Mary. It's very nice to have you here. We're so excited. Welcome. You've even accommodated the diva next to me with the Skittles, so well done. In other news, I just wanted to note, at their last meeting, the Historic Preservation Commission elected their new chair and vice chair. The chair is Lou Almarini and the vice chair is Marjorie Cavalier, so very proud of them. And at their next meeting, I'm excited, they're going to be reviewing a couple of really great proposals to do an architectural survey and also for the design guidelines for the town, which is a really exciting thing that we've been pushing from the beginning. We were hoping it was going to be one of the first things and accomplishments of this commission, and it will be. So excited. We hope folks come out to hear what those are going to look like. Thank you.
Yeah, Mary got Bonatakis right, but she didn't get my name right.
No.
No, she nailed it. I'm just trying to give her a hard time, but she got the Skittles correct. I said, she asked me what I'm like.
David, you're mean.
I'm totally mean. I know that you want to say something as well, but we were gonna originally read a resolution for Bob Holliday's Bob Holliday. And Bob's a dear friend, mentor of this town, and I'd be remiss if I didn't just say that there's just certain people in this town. He works for DPU as the water authority. You talk about replacing, people from an employment perspective, and then there are those people that you just can't replace. Someone comes in behind them, but there's really no replacing them. Bob's one of those guys, and he's my huckleberry. He goes by Doc, like his dad. The car show's named after. And he's just a fantastic guy. And one of these days, I just wish that he could just sit down and record his oral history of Red Bank. And if you run into him, ask him a few questions because you're going to learn something new. And I asked for a birthday wish this year, which is to learn how to paint the grass for Pride. And, so we spent some of my birthday doing that this year. And I don't know, he's just a superb representative of this community and I love him. And I wish he was here for us to say it formally, but we'll find many ways to say thank you to Bob for his many decades of service, and he's not done yet. And this past Monday, there's a lot of executive orders, and to my LGBTQ neighbors, particularly my trans neighbors, trans individuals in this town, the youth, no executive order can erase who you are. I don't give a shit. And you're loved here. And anything we can do to protect you, anything we can do to make you know that Monday changes nothing about who you are, we're here.
That's right. Amen.
Thank you, David. Nancy.
Tough act to follow with Dave, but echoing everything he said, I would also like to extend it to our family of immigrants, regardless of your status. You're welcome here, you're safe here, and we will do what we can within our power to ensure that you can safely remain. There were a lot of changes on Monday, and one of the things that I always remember is that a lot of what is happening is designed to create chaos, and you have to remain calm during the chaos and keep focused on what has to be done and keep moving forward. Besides from that, the Shade Tree Committee did meet Tuesday, and they did express concern about the landscaping and the trees. And we were very fortunate that Jim was able to arrange a meeting with both Compan and CME. And we had a private discussion with them to show the topology and mostly the landscaping of what's impacted. And I do hope that they do understand the bigger picture of what we get out of this, which is trees. We're getting more trees than what we have there today. And we're getting a place where people can have their children or grandchildren come and play, a place where you can enjoy the symphony when they come. And it's just going to be wonderful. So that's all I have right now, Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you. Ben?
Microphone's on.
All right.
I live on the west side, and there are a lot of people impacted by events Monday. And I'm hearing it, I'm feeling it. probably best I don't comment really much about it other than, we care about each other in this town. And one of the reasons I love being a Red Bank resident is that, and going through the schools, which I mentioned earlier, we know our neighbors. My son's best friend lives a couple of houses away from us, and there's a lot of fear that I haven't felt actually in my lifetime before in America. A lot of confusion and a lot of legitimate concerns about some of the commentary that's happening nationally. And, on many levels, as a person of faith and as a human being, I'm alarmed. I'm not going to comment on, obviously, my own thinking here as a councilman on the topic, and I think it's best that I keep that to myself for the time being. I do want to get back to some of the other issues I have on my notes here. I wanted to express condolences, and I know the mayor and I were talking about this earlier, for two members of our community who passed away, Maureen Hintelman. I'm very sorry I was not able to get to your service. I didn't hear about it in time.
Yeah.
Dorothy Davis, I plan to be at your event on Saturday. She's a longtime member of the West Side. I knew both well. Tom Hintelman was a councilman for a long time. I was Maureen's husband. And my condolences to the family, many of whom are still in town. Same thing with Dorothy Davis. Pleasure talking to her son, Andrew, and visiting you in the hospital. Dorothy, hopefully you, in some level, know that I'm communicating to you. And it's been a pleasure visiting and helping you with Zoom and getting to know you as a Democratic committeeman from the 8th District. We both served on the Democratic Committee. She also is a volunteer with the West Side Community Group and very involved in the community. And it was a pleasure and honor being at her apartment many times. So I'm moving on to some other things. I wanted to mention that, changing topics as my liaison to Parks and Rec, we are working on collecting Valentine's Day greeting cards for seniors and patients at Riverview Medical Center. Please contact our Department of Recreation Department for that. And registration is now open for Father's Daughter Dance, which is February 21st. Information is on our website, or contact the Department of Recreation. And I think that's all I have for the time being, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, sir. Deputy Mayor.
Thank you. Of course, solidarity forever. That's all I'd like to say about that part. Moving along to locally, thank you, Ben, for your words on matriarch Dorothy Davis. Not only did Dorothy serve our community in so many ways, something that was remarkable about her was that even up until the end, she was letting everybody in. She wasn't somebody who age did not make her set in ways. Actually, Julie Flores Castillo, who spoke earlier, is the person who she passed the baton to for her Democratic County Committee seat. And Julie would go and visit with her. And Dorothy welcomed everybody into the neighborhood, regardless of their age, race, status, background. And she was just an overall loving, wonderful human being. And she will be missed extremely, very, very much. So love to the Davis family, Andrew, her grandson, everyone that adored her, and as well as Maureen Hintelman, who I also had an affinity for. I really, really, really enjoyed Maureen Hintelman as a friend. We were like, Facebook friends, always commenting back and forth, and I also did not know of her services, and so it was really sad to hear about them afterwards. But two wonderful, incredible Red Bank women, just intelligent, smart, involved, fierce, and they gave so much to serve the borough. That's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
Billy, could I make a few comments about the animal welfare and the library? Sorry. So animal welfare met and we did elect officers again. It's going to be Paul Parado and TJ, and We have a couple new members on animal welfare. I was excited to see. One is Christina's neighbor. She's a big cat lover too. They've really planned out a lot of great activities again for this year. Along with all the stuff they did last year, they want to do a few more activities with Yappy Hour and things like that. So I think they have a good year planned out. And then the library, we all know that Lainey is left. Her last day was this week. We honored her at the board meeting. And I also know that you guys went to her goodbye thing at the library. So she did serve for 6 years in the library as the library director, and she's done a lot. And we're happy that Candice Valor, who has been the assistant, is going to be the interim director. There's going to be a few changes to the library board too. But I think everything's is working out there, and there's tons of activities going on. In my role as New Jersey State School Nurses, you see that in the little corner there. We had a meeting this week, and we want to let everyone know from the New Jersey State School Nurses, we're working along with them, NEA and in New Jersey, trying to help anyone who feels that they felt uncomfortable in school. So I echo everything that everyone else has said, that there's many people that want to support the people in our community, statewide and locally. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Laura.
Mr. Mayor, I forgot to mention our new appointments to Parks and Rec.
Yeah, we got two.
We have 2 new appointments also to Parks and Rec, Dana Farley and Joe Simon, and welcome to Parks and Recreation Committee. Excited to have you join us. I think our meeting is next Tuesday. It's open to the public if anybody wants to join us.
Thank you. Yeah, condolences to the families of Maureen Hillman and Dorothy Davis. Did get to meet both of them, enjoyed their company very much. I'm just grateful Bobby Holiday is my neighbor. So even though he's retiring, I just got to walk about 6 doors down so I can still sit on his porch with him and have a beer. Yeah, his knowledge of this town is astounding. I'm not even sure he knows what he knows until you ask him.
One of a kind.
Yeah, one of a kind. So he will really be missed. He's out of town visiting his grandchild today, but he just wasn't coming to this meeting anyway. He doesn't want to do the public presentation, so.
Yeah, the fire department dinner.
Yeah.
Do it the fire.
I called his wife, tried to use her as leverage to get him to come here, but it wasn't working, so what are you gonna do? I did go to the goodbye party for Eleni, our outgoing library director. She's moving on to bigger things. I won't say bigger and better. I'll just say she's moving on to bigger things. So grateful for her employment and steady hand at the library for, I think it's been 6 years, I think. So, yeah, is that right?
6 years. Yep.
6 years, thank you. Again, I just want to remind everybody that as we roll into the new year, we're revamping the borough website. We have our community outreach coordinator. I encourage everybody to go on the borough website and sign up for the alerts. I get them every day now on my phone, lets you know if there's a road closure, there's a water issue, whatever's going on. I really want to encourage people to sign up for those alerts. It helps to keep you in the know. And finally, over at the Two River Theater, opening tomorrow and next weekend, they have a great program called Little Shakes, and they're doing it's students run the production and are the actors, but the professional staff is providing them the support. So there's a professional director and lighting designer, and it's an amazing program. They're doing The Tempest. It opens tomorrow night. My son has been involved with it for 4 years, so it's a great program. I've seen most of the shows they've done there in the last 10 years or so. My older son was also a part of it, so strongly encourage you to check that out. And yeah, I think that's it. Jim, what do you got?
Thanks, Mayor. I just wanted to, while we're on, obviously highlight and focus on them for our snow removal operations, just, Saturday night into Sunday. I'm sorry, Sunday into Monday. We had some cold weather really move through. So we knew that snow was going to stick around for a long time, as you all witness and see outside. So those guys really did a tremendous job. in the
Yes.
overnight hours. It's never easy, right? When we have accumulating snow come in, the forecast was really all over the place. We were watching it anywhere from 6+ inches, and then it went down to 1 to 3, and then we were back in the 3 to 5. So we were really focusing on how, where we were going to deploy first. And we were in constant contact with each other over the weekend. Obviously, in discussing with Chief Frazee, it's just that we need to enforce the ordinance that says that vehicles need to be removed when roads are snow covered. I know it's not the most popular thing. However, we need those guys to get out there and be able to do their jobs. It's a difficult decision. However, when we do have accumulating snow, that is going to be the policy that we are going to abide by. And we will give ample notice of that, as you saw in this last storm, right out the gate, so that people know what the expectation is. And we will make our municipal lots available for people to park during the snow. So I definitely want to thank those guys for their great work during that event. Also want to commend Bobby Holliday. I mean, a tremendous employee. Just in, a little over a year now, having been here, I've always felt very confident in knowing that Bobby was at the helm of many of our water sewer operations, and just a true historian of this town. For somebody new like me, I mean, a complete asset and resource, and could really rely on him for a number of different things, particularly when, we had the sewer force main break in the middle of the transit parking lot. That was a major operation there. And knowing that Bobby was, number one, the first one there, and knew exactly where things went and what to do, and, where that pipe ran and who we needed to get there. And when I had the guys of the company who was responsible for that saying to me, well, we didn't know where things were. And Bobby's telling me, no, they did, because I told them where it was. I could easily look at those guys and say, I do not believe you for even 1 second. I believe this guy. And he's just that kind of guy that has that steady hand and confidence. And it was great even having him this past year as the fire chief for the borough. So having him in both those capacities in my first year as manager was tremendous for me. And his retirement, albeit great for him, and I'm so happy for him that he can say that, right? You climb the mountain, you reach the peak. It's great for him. I'm going to miss him. I really am. I think that he's an asset to this borough, and people should be extremely thankful for his service. I'm happy to report that last week I met with virtually. I met with Commissioner Arnone and Joe Latour, the county engineer, and we discussed the pedestrian crossing at Monmouth Street at the senior center. Knowing that we have the TAP grant that the borough's been awarded, knowing that there's going to be Shrewsbury Avenue work, knowing that there's going to be bump outs and other things that are going to be added to Shrewsbury Avenue in that streetscape, the commissioner and the engineer have told me that they will be installing solar powered pedestrian beacons there on a temporary status, because we will have to remove them when that grant work happens in the spring. So that was their commitment to me. I'm happy to report that. I think that, they kept their word on that. And I think it's great that we're going to work in conjunction with them on that. I also want to say that you've seen the alerts going out on Montana out there doing our test pitting and lead line replacement and replacing lead water services. We're already in discussion about lead line phase 3 now. Recently, we met with Ingenuity, the engineers, Tom, our CFO, to line up funding and phasing for lead line phase 3. So next meeting, I'll be putting a proposal in front of Mayor and Council to consider for lead line phase 3, and then we can discuss a little bit more details about what that part of the project looks like. And then again, I met with Tom, CFO Tom, just this week as well to continue our discussions on the budget. We're going to be then asking the Budget Ad Hoc Committee to meet early next month, and then hopefully have budget prepared and proposed between March and April for adoption. That's where we are, Mayor.
All right, thank you, Jim. Do we have executive session?
Yeah. We do.
We do, okay. Then, can I have a motion to adjourn to executive session?
So moved.
I'll
Can I have a
second,
second?
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye. Can we have
Aye.
a 5 minute?
Yeah, we're gonna take a 5-minute break and then ask you all to make your way out of the room so we can have our closed executive session. Thank you for being here.
Thank you. And for the public's benefit, the subject of the executive session will be the potential acquisition of land, specifically Count Basie Park, the lot that's owned by the school district. And we'll be discussing that for approximately 20 minutes, and we will take no action following executive session. Thank you.
It's not acquisition. There's Board of Ed members here that made a face. We're not acquiring it.
The exemption under the open public.
Yeah.
Wasn't necessarily. Sorry.
I know.